Hey fellas, welcome back. So, our hero for today, Mr. The Cool Men DJ Noob from the GGS clan with the slashes, gonna have one hell of a game. Just wait and watch. Look what he's gonna do to the enemies. I've already seen this. And, as usual, skip to this time frame if you just want to watch the modded client, which we're gonna show anyway later on. I know some of you like to watch both. And for those who don't like to watch the modded client, unlike our hero who doesn't know where he's going. Anyway. Sorry about that. That was funny. The first time I watched it, I died laughing. Your curiosity has made you, let's say, something equivalent to cats. You know what they say, yeah? Curiosity killed the cat. So, T49 on Pilsen, 8s, 9s, and 10s. What's the name of this map in the file? Let's see. Let's have a very quick look while you guys are watching this. Czech. It is the Czech map. Not as in chess, Czech, checkmate. No, Czech. C-Z-E-C-H. Isn't that how you spell Czech? I guess that's how you spell it. So, he's not gonna do much over here. At some point, he's gonna notice one of the heavily armored tank destroyers, the CC-1 Mark II, trying to make a run. He had a couple of thoughts that maybe I would, sneak in a shot. He saw that it's too late, and he's gonna get out of this position in order to go and help on another flank, because he's not much of use here. Remember, this light tank comes with, unless our hero has removed some of the shells, which I don't think that he would do that, it comes with 22 shells. As you can see, to my left, he's running all the premium stuff. Premium repair kit, premium medikit, and food, which means that if he gets set on fire, it is gonna hurt, just like it hurt this guy. But without setting him on fire, of course. You don't have to set someone on fire when you penetrate with this thing, when it has an alpha of, let's take a look. Oh, 910 average. Because that shot on the Foch did 947. And the Gonkivista wasted a lot of HP to take out that Foch. Now I was gonna say hello to this guy. Oh my god, that's almost 1,000 damage. And was that 2 criticals? Probably. And he pretends that he's leaving. He goes back. He has a reload of 20-something seconds. With a 5-second reload if he wants to, exchange shells. There you go. 818, not bad. That's his first low roll. Over here, he made a mistake. He could have simply stayed there and gotten rid of that CC-1 Mark II. I would have gone back and finished him off. But our hero probably didn't notice that that Type 57 was pre-aimed there. So, well, he received a shot, with an APCR shell. This Progetto 46 is doing his best to support his team, but he's sitting in a very wrong position. He's not doing much over there. Unlike our hero, who has noticed that his team is losing by the difference of 3 tanks, so he decides to give some support, some love to this Iron Arnie over here. Monsieur Schwarzenegger? Do you need some help, mon chéri? Yes, he does. Let's shoot this guy and miss. Because, well, for those who are gonna watch both clients, you're gonna understand why he missed. He missed, M-I-S-S-E-D, not M-I-X-E-D, like I previously said, like a dumbass. Oh boy. Now he's gonna shoot this PL guy. He's gonna say bye bye. Penetration with 905. Not bad. And yeah, previously got 947, 976, 818. Getting some assists from that Burask. Not bad. So, at this point, he decides that he's going to support the Iron Army from a safe distance, which, in my opinion, is the wisest thing to do. He's not going to shoot this guy. He's going to turn to the T-44. Still reloading. Reloading. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Taking forever to aim. The problem with this vehicle is that it takes forever for the reticle to close down to 60%. So the Iron Army takes out the T-44. I guess that was a ram. And our dear PL friend is destroyed. Mr. Lacerta PL. That's how I know that he's PL. Because it says it. Like, duh. Βέβαια, άμα δεν βάλουνε το όνομα της χώρας σου στο username, δεν μπορούνε. Anyway, that's, I would prefer that my Greek friends would not translate what I just said. But okay. Anyway. So, once we switch to the modded client, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to avoid cheaters and how to make their lives hell. And I was thinking about this earlier when I was watching the modded client, and I was like, oh boy, they're going to hate me. Cheaters, that is. They're going to hate me. I know they hate me, but who cares? One of the purposes of this channel is to be anti-cheat. So, what's the best way to fight cheaters? Well, to know how they think and to show what the client would look like from their perspective. Thus, you would know how to combat them. You know, during wars, every side sends out spies, you know, to the enemy. And with these spies, you gather intelligence, which is very important, and you have vital pieces of information. Now, the first time I watched it, I was like, what? Look what he's gonna do. Look, I did not even know that was possible. When I first watched that, I was like, what is he doing? Why is he going there? And then I saw the climb, and I was like, what? What? That was my original reaction. There goes the Progetto, who basically didn't do much. Oh well, whatever. Cannon fodder. And guys, watch this shot. Look, at some point, like, nah, he's gonna miss. No way, no way. Gotcha. I really like the fact that he did not get spotted when he took that shot. But there's a reasonable explanation for that. Is because the top of the turret and the gun of the enemy, that CC-1 Mark II, was behind cover, so he couldn't get spotted anyway. I've already featured that and spoken about it in previous videos in order to help you guys know exactly the mechanics of the game and how spawning works. Now he's gonna shoot this guy and he's gonna track him momentarily. Okay. Now they're in a 2 versus 3 situation, but earlier on they were much worse. And kudos to the Iron Army for putting up such an excellent defense. He did not quit. He didn't go forward and get, you know, slaughtered like a you know, like a lamb. Now he's spotted. Okay, but he's behind topography. He's good. No one can shoot him. Iron Army, very, very good job of taking out that Type 57. The only guy who damaged him, by the way, so far. Is he gonna get damaged again? No spoilers. No spoilers. But remember, there's a very dangerous BZ-176 who's still alive. And who is currently... How much HP is that? That's both of them together. I don't know. But he has less than 1/4 of his HP left. Now, I know what some of you would have probably done. I know what I would have done. I would have probably gone into the cap and put in some pressure on the enemies. I don't think that's the wisest choice, though. Although I would have done it. To be fair and honest. And that would have been the wrong move, and you're going to see later on why. Because when you have a crew which is strong enough and you can do the things that our hero, the cool man DJ Noob, did in this match, you're going to see why he's going to be confident. And, well, should I spoil it? I'd rather not. But he's going to do some epic things over here. stuff which I wouldn't have thought about, to be honest. So, here's a tip. Do not knock down stuff if you want to fight cheaters, because they have the destruction mod. You're going to see it later on the minimap in the modded client. And they know exactly where you are and which direction you're coming from. Especially if you knock down 2 pieces of destructible things on the minimap in turn. They see one little dot and directly after it another dot. So they also know the direction. Now, quite interestingly, he's going to come here. Still hasn't spotted anyone? And there you go. There's the BZ. Switches to heat. The BZ cannot see him. He knows it. He's spotted. Fully aims. Takes a shot. And Wargaming said, you know what? Let's add a little bit of drama. Why? Because we are Wargaming and we want to get on your nerves. And now the SMV is also spotted. Tier 8 tank destroyer. These guys are in a platoon and they're from the same clan. And this guy's gonna make a mistake of backing up. He's gonna shoot and almost 800 damage. I believe that he would have had, even if he would have had more, you would probably destroyed him.
Withdraw from that position. I appreciate it.
Withdraw from that position. I appreciate it. Now he's gonna do something even more spectacular than the first time. When I saw this, he's gonna go up. He's gonna go. I mean, the previous one was harder to do. BZ cannot see him, not yet. Now he sees him, he turns, but it is too late because he takes it up the ass, up the beautiful derrière, and he is muerte. Esta muerte, por favore. With a, with an affirmative. Now, let's go watch the modded client, which I've already prepared for you guys. Okay, so let's see. Let's compare. If you are one of those who skips this part of the video, well, I kind of feel sorry for you because you are neglecting valuable knowledge for yourself. Remember what I mentioned earlier on about spies on both sides? In order to know how to fight your enemy, sometimes, well, not sometimes, you have to also spy on your enemy. This is something which is absolutely true in wars, in, well, you name it. Now, pause. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the minimap. And specifically where I'm pointing my mouse right over here. Can you guys see this? You see these little arrows which not only show the cheater things breaking on the map, but also the direction? Wow, that's pretty impressive, even for today. Now, in my opinion, that's a very, very dangerous and useful mod for people who like to use, you know, all this illegal stuff. And I really like the fact that some people in the comment section say that there are no cheats in World of Tanks. Oh boy. That's funny. Remember, people who actually view such footage, yet they deny that there are cheats, are the cheaters themselves. Most likely. As my psychiatrist friend has told me multiple times. This is the type of mentality that they have. They try to pull wool over our eyes. So, as we say in Greek, in order to try and mislead people, but people are not dumb. People are waking up. I could easily say that I am probably, if not the only, then one of the very few channels on YouTube, and I have the right to do this as I've mentioned before, because this falls under the EDSA exception. So, as I was saying, one of the few channels which actually shows this stuff. Why? For educational purposes and to arm our honest brothers and sisters who play this game And they want to give cheaters the living hell. Look at the lasers. He backs up. Luckily, he doesn't get shot. You know what happened if you've already watched the original non-modded client. Now, I would like to ask my subscribers a question because I haven't played the game in quite some time, ever since September. I only entered once, I played a tier 6 and that was it, a premium. Swedish premium, the autoloader.
Enemy armor is hit.
What is the E65 Zwilling? I could look it up, but let me know in the comments below what it is. Is it a regular tank? Is it a premium? Should I start playing again? If you guys could answer these questions, this is the part where he should have stayed.
Enemy armor.
Let me show you why. Let me show you why. The only guy who had a line of sight on him was the Type 57. This guy over here, the tier 8. And when he crossed over here for some unknown reason, I don't know why he went that way, he shot him. If he would have stayed over here by these rocks, this CC Mark 1 couldn't do anything. And yeah, it would have been out of the picture much earlier. And he would have avoided that hit. But for some reason, our hero, not knowing that the Type 57 was pre-aimed, passes from there. I don't know, he panicked. I don't know. Buddy, if you're watching this, let us know why you chose this course of action. And just a piece of advice, if you don't mind me saying, try not to move the camera so much, because it could be a little bit disorienting. But I really like what he did when he went up the hill twice, which we watched earlier on. If you have skipped to this client only, which I doubt my 74% of subscribers actually did, then I just spoiled it for you. Kind of. Oh, the part which I mentioned earlier on. Watch. The green dot of where the shell would have landed was where he should have been aiming. However, our hero took a shot right over there. Oops, sorry about the graphics there. Let me back that up a little bit. And pause it right there. The green dot, well, it just turned red because he fired. The green dot is over here, but he aimed here. Which means that our hero is playing the game, most likely, legitimately. That's why he missed by a bit. These specific illegal mods were designed to make life much, much easier for the people who utilize them. Thus, well, our player could legitimately look at the green dot.
Penetration.
Somehow that hit and penetrated. If he would have aimed where the green dot was, he would have aimed, it would have hit the tank probably in the middle. But Gaming said yes. The info that you see right on top of the screen where it says T49 autofix 308 meters, I think that's a bug. I do not know what it means. I haven't figured it out yet. If I do, I'm going to let you guys know. This is the part where he's taking forever to aim and the Iron Arnie gets shot for the first time. And our hero is not going to help him. One person passed him while one dead guy, you know, was looking at his teammates because he stuck around. The T-44 is dead, and so is the PL guy, Mr. Lacerta PL, with the enemy T-49. Now, the observer is back to him, probably. I'm assuming because it says one person. You see this guy over here with the safari thing? It means that, cheater, be careful. Someone is observing you right now, so try not to act suspicious. That's exactly what this means. It has nothing to do with auto-aim. It's a... Now, 2 people are watching him. You see, it says the number 2 over there. And it has the icon, which means, yeah, you are being observed. So be careful, Monsieur Cheater. Okay, he gets spotted by the Buras. The Buras is not paying much attention. And he pays for that mistake dearly. The funny part is that Burasks are highly susceptible to high explosive, which was what he shot him with. And even if he had like 900 HP, I believe he would have killed him. I believe so, yeah. One person got bored. He decided to go either leave the game or watch the Iron Arnie or the Progetto, who basically, I don't remember if he did much, and I don't even care. We're going to see that later in the post-game stats. SU dies. I remember the first time I watched this, I was like, what?
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
What? How the hell did he go up the slope like that? That was impressive. That was really impressive. As many times as I watched that move, I just like, ooh, wow. Nice. Very nice. Over here, he's going to spot this guy, as we watched earlier on, and he's going to tell him, bye, bye. Wow. That shot barely made it right next to the edge of that building and barely touched that CC-1 Mark II.
Watch out! Retreat!
Iron Arnie is saying, I am Arnold Schwarzenegger. I do not retreat. I am the Terminator. Actually, the Terminator is the T-832. For those who remember those vehicles. This shot could have gone better, but okay. He stopped him in his tracks for a couple of seconds, which maybe could have spelled the difference between victory and defeat. Spoilers, for those who haven't watched the first client, they did win this match. Thanks to who? Thanks to the Iron Arnie and our hero. The Iron Arnie was, now that I'm looking at the teams, he was platooned with the Progetto. Wait, am I looking at this right? Yeah, platoon number 2 with the Progetto. Are they from the same clan? No, they are not. LVA and the other guy, the Progetto, from the NO/WY, whatever that means, I do not know. 3 people are looking at him, 2 versus 2. If you've already watched the beginning, you know the outcome. Progetto is very smartly repositioning himself. He doesn't want to put himself in the crossfire. You know, you see what the Iron Arnie is doing? He, did I say Progetto earlier on? The Iron Arnie, excuse me. He repositioned himself so that the SMV and the BZ would not put him in 2 different angles. Which, in my opinion, that was great. Now, some things are breaking over here. Had our hero been using illegal mods, he would have known that. And he wouldn't have come here. He would have probably gone all the way around from the left. And he wouldn't have shown his ass right here. Just saying. Because that BZ or the SMV went around that building. I believe it was the SMV that broke those 2 thingies over there. Here's where he got shot earlier on, and he shot that guy twice up the ass, and he totally crippled his HP. Oh, I just remembered. Someone in the comments section actually told me that I talk too much. The same person watches QB, but he never says the same thing. Hypocritical! Just saying. 4 people are watching him, by the way. 4. Quattro formaggi. No, that means 4 cheese. This is my favorite part of the match, where he outspots and outmaneuvers both of the members of that platoon. And same clan. In my opinion, he should have switched over there. But okay. Wargaming decided to be a starts with a B and it ends with bitch. Just saying. And let me answer another question which was asked me in the comment section a couple of days ago. Why do I always complain about wargaming?
Enemy armor
The answer is I do not always complain about wargaming. For those who know the history of the channel, when wargaming does something good, I'm the first person to give them the thumbs up. Like, for example, what they did with that tier 1, you know, that rematch, whatever you call it, rebalance thingy, where we had fun with the tier 1s. But when wargaming does something stupid, I am amongst the first to tell them off. And that's fair, because I'm objective. Incontroversial, but objective. There you go. Got him! Nice. Very, very, very nice. Amazing. Amazing. Ay, ay, ay. But in all due fairness, if that wasn't a perfect display of marksmanship and perfectly outplaying the opponents, then I do not know what is. Because our hero got 30, well, you could say 30.9 thousand WN8, ladies and gentlemen, with 7,606 damage, an amazing carry, ace tanker, sharpshooter, bruiser, high caliber, of course, top gun for killing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 opponents exactly, 1,550 base XP. Good job, Iron Arnie, too. He performed very nice. And the enemies, well, especially the T-49, not so much. Okay, so outsmarted, outplayed, outflanked, you name it. And with personal reserves, he makes a profit of 34,000 credits. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the video description because some of you are still sending me weird replays. in the description, which I have updated, by the way, you're going to find the link to the 5th tutorial. And please pay close attention to it, guys. Thank you for your time and patience. I know this was a long video. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.